Everyone, I tried to do a good what if part for this one, but instantly failed. So yeah, I'm gonna do a redo of my redo, but I'm gonna continue the the thing. Okay, let's go. So Izuku is in his heaven now, since he's waiting for you to go to UA. He has to wait 2 weeks. So Izuku opens his eyes and said, "It's lonely. Maybe I should make plants." Yes. So he made giant flowers. Let me take a. Hmm. Roses, yes. He made different colors of roses. Now you know, and if you guys think that Zuko would just get lonelier with all the plants, I mean there is Yamata, but Izuku decided to manipulate these plants to create something. And the these giant roses started to tilt as there's something moving inside of it. As a baby appeared. Izuku created life. His first creation, spring elves. Now Izuku's heaven is an immortal spring, full of and they will be the caretakers of his heaven and well basically servants for him. But they have free will. And the task that Izuku asks is not that much of a problem for him to do as well. You so after in so after making a whole population of these, around 1,000, they start worshiping him as their god. Yamanta noticed these and asked him, "What are these creatures?" Izuku said, "My creation," or I'm going to call them elves. A normal elf would stand around, would basically be the same size as him, as a normal canon Izuku. So yeah, but they can be taller. So then Izuku sent out more invites, but this time for being gods, since he's the only god, and he's nature. He needs something else to balance out the world. So once, so seven. So when they hear about this, 7 dragons appear, saying that they decided to come where the invite said. And a woman with snow and blue clothing, Yuki, or the Snow Woman. So Izuku gave them contracts, saying that they will be protectors of the world, leaders of heroes, and they will rest here in the heavens. So they agreed. Then the Gashiguroko species came to the heavens, and the leader kneeled down to Izuku. Well, he basically went on both knees and put his head down and laid his arms out to Izuku, and asked him for forgiveness, saying that they're starving and need food, and they'll be protectors of the realm. Izuku put a hand on the leader's head and said, You are starving. You don't want to do this to people, but you must for the sake of your people. If you stay here and become guardians of this world, you'll be given food, so you'll feast off of life. So they agreed. Then Izuku made smaller flowers, and they spit out some fairies. Izuku made a deal with them to tend to the flowers he makes. Because every flower that dies leads to several elves as well. Izuku created dyads to guard the world of trees. Now, every 10 trees he makes, 3 dyads will appear. So there's a really good population of them. Izuku decides to make a garden. Well, more of a forest, basically. But there's still really good fruits and food there. So Izuku then goes down to Earth to ask kitsunes to be a part of the heavens. The kitsune goddess agreed to this and allowed all of her species and led her species towards the heavens. Izuku created a nice heaven. Then he decided to give powers towards the 7 dragon kings. The 7th for darkness, light, water, ice, fire, and earth, and several other things. So yeah, Yuki was the goddess of the snow and winter. So yeah. Izuku smiled at all of them, and then he gave Yamata powers to guard the land. 8 heads, giving him 8 abilities, all the elements of nature. So yeah. Now they know that it's an eternal spring here. But Izuku decided to give them their own islands for species. So the contracts agreed to several things. The kitsunes will be guardians of, well, the gardens of the gardens, basically, and the kitsune goddess also represents several other things. So yeah, basically she's the kitsune goddess is the Aphrodite of the kitsunes. So yeah. So the elves start to worship Izuku as their god. Izuku takes care of them, always coming down from the highest peak of the heavens to help them. And Izuku made a home, a type of Valhalla for samurai. And once he did that, it was basically another heaven. So Izuku took the spirits of the samurai and their families to come to the heavens. Well, it's more of that all Japanese people will come to the heavens, but to come to the Valhalla, you have to be a samurai or a strong fighter, heroes. So yeah, the heroes from the past come to the heavens as well. So so yeah. What was the 7-1-4-all user again? Well, anyways, continuing on. She was surprised that there was someone so strong, but yet so kind. She always thought that once people have strong quirks, they will always become spoiled. But now she sees that Izuku is one of those strong people, but is so caring for others. So the samurai get to come there, but the heroes get to be guardians of lands as well. Now, if you guys are wondering, why would Izuku need so many guardians? Think of it. If you had think of with a president. Of course, you need several different guards to protect, right? Yes, but Izuku is a god, but things can still happen to him. He's in his mortal self, but he will live for around 10,000 years. So yeah, Izuku, until then, he will die. When that day comes, he will die, and but he will still be able to go down to help. But basically like a Jesus to them. So yeah. So Izuku Izuku just tells his mom that he just sleeps to preserve spring energy, which is his energy that he uses to help them. So his mother agrees to let him sleep for 2 whole weeks until she gets a letter and goes to wake up Izuku. And Izuku wakes up as his spirit is now back towards him, his body. He just projected his spirit to go tend to his heaven. So after getting the hooray that Izuku got into UA, he was excited. So then he got ready for start of UA, and he went. Izuku walks throughout the school to look for class 1A, and he gets it, smiling as he does. Looks to all the people that he will have fun and become friends with. That's the end of part 2 for What If Izuku Midoriya Was a Spring God. Bye guys!